Sara Mai from the Green Women's Declaration. And Sara Mai is a member of the Green Party of England and Wales, became politically active politically because of her party's disregard for women's rights. And Imogen Makepeace, who's a Green Party member since 2015, elected representative for her community on 2 councils and volunteer member of the Disciplinary Committee of the Green Party, England and Wales. Imogen's history includes being arrested on the nuclear silos at Greenham Common, radical feminist activists in the 1980s, XR, that's Extinction Rebellion activism, and is a mother and grandmother. So thank you so much, Sara and Imogen, and congratulations, I'll say that before you start, on the Green Women's Declaration. Over to you for your talk.
Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to be talking to amazing women across the world. We want to tell you about the Green Women's Declaration for Sex-Based Rights. It's something that we formed through the Green Party of England and Wales. The Green Party of England and Wales is a medium-sized political party, counting membership. There are about 50,000 of us. It's a small party. If you count representation, we have 1 MP. Over the last 10 to 15 years, the focus of the Green Party has been distorted by loud voices from a minority who have acquired influence. The demands to centre men in our policies has increased. Last year, a group of Green Party women came together in Cardiff at Filia, and we decided to get up a declaration of women and girls' sex-based rights that would form a solid and recognisable base camp from which we would support, encourage, challenge the members of our party to push back and reclaim our territory. Over the last 12 months, we have drafted and redrafted, picked up ideas, rejected ideas, listened to each other. Some of us took time out while others picked up the slack. We heard how Labour women worked towards their declaration, and we kept a focus on our destination. It has been a masterclass, a mistress class, in feminist collaboration. I am immensely proud not only of the outcome. We achieved 1,000 signatories in the first month, but also of the process. So here we have it, the history. Trans women are women, trans men are men, and all non-binary identities are valid. This became policy at conference in 2016 by a vote taken in a room of just over 500 people, with a majority of about 20. In 2021, a similar vote failed to agree to GPEW, aligning with the Committee for the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women principles. And women are not mentioned in the party's policies for rights and responsibilities. Some members are subjected to name-calling and harassment through social media for sharing posts, discussing doubts and raising questions about self-identification of gender. Some members are suspended and even expelled by the disciplinary process. Some members are now challenging the process through the courts using the Forstater rule, worthy of respect in a democratic society. And we're challenging that to mean worthy of respect in a political party. The Green Women's Declaration early group formed in autumn 22 in response to gender critical voices being silenced. Our local party membership is broadly ignorant of the problems. Most people just want to campaign on environmental issues. So it's been quite hard to raise this conversation amongst our colleagues. It's formed to provide solidarity and protection, to show that our beliefs and not a minority view, to provide support for those who've been subjected to the most extreme harassment and discrimination. Those who've been sanctioned by the Green Party disciplinary system and pilloried as transphobes on social media. I hope you'll have a look at our declaration website. This is the preamble. Members and supporters of the Green Party of England and Wales are fully committed to the party's core values to address the climate and ecological emergencies and transform society for the benefit of all and the planet. We believe that democratic participation and accountability should be our organising principles and are deeply concerned that voices speaking up for women's hard-won sex-based rights are being silenced in the Green Party. And we know that globally women as a sex are disproportionately affected by climate change and environmental degradation. And their empowerment is essential to our work as environmentalists.
This is just a rough sort of like timeline on where we've got from October 2022, when the Green Party members met up at Filia and decided something had to be done. And from there, we went to organise a working group, and we had assistance from the Labour Women's Declaration group, which we're very grateful. So it took us a bit of time to draw up the declaration, and we were working very much just amongst the women and in secret, so that we couldn't be sabotaged early on. So once it was drawn up, we set about finding our signatories. So by the 4th of August, when we launched, we had 155 founding signatories. And as of this morning, we've got 1,101 signatories. So that, it's less than a month, and we're really pleased with that result. So what was been happening in the Green Party at the same time was on the 2nd of August, the Green Party Women's Group had an emergency general meeting. That was to make changes to the Constitution to allow for electronic ballots and elections and consultative decision-making, which would bring us in line with party policy. But also at that meeting was a consultation with the members regarding an appropriate response to the members' concerns that those with gender-critical views are being discriminated against. So the results of that call-out are currently being compiled. And as you'll see on the timeline, the 21st of August, we've had the first court case for Sara Mai, the Green Party of England and Wales, which was a week-long discrimination tribunal. You can follow that on tribunal tweets. It's very, very interesting. But it's we won't know the results of that till October. So then the next steps was with the court case, the declaration, and the Green Party Women's Emergency General Meeting have revealed a need for us to gather our thoughts, outline our theory of change, and define a strategic pathway forward as a collective. We aim to work cohesively so we can use our limited resources to maximum effect. There are about 12 really strong members in the group of 26 that are working on the declaration. We've agreed on our vision, and our vision is to reclaim the Green Party of England and Wales as a party for women and planet. The Twitter campaign has been very strong and is signalled by for women and planet. The strategy has always been to ask open questions, to engage with people. So Twitter's been where our main campaigning has been going on, but we've also now got a Facebook page, and was hoping on Facebook to have more conversations. But it's also a pathway to getting to the declaration and signing it. So we've agreed on our mission, which is for the Green Party of England and Wales to adopt the preamble and 8 listed principles of the Green Women's Declaration as policy and active reality throughout the whole organisation. So that's the declaration summary of addressing climate and ecological emergency, to transform society for the benefit of all life and champion sex-based rights. And our 8 principles are: sex is real, sex-based language is vital, sex and gender identity are different, female-only spaces unnecessary, freedom of belief and expression, the right for women to self-organize, lesbians are same-sex attracted, protection from abuse, discrimination, and harassment. Judging by some of the comments of the signatories on the Green Women's Declaration, adoption of the declaration by the Green Party of England and Wales will bring a lot of women and allies back to the party. And people have also signalled that they might be prepared to vote for Green candidates. We have our work cut out for us, and we are hopeful that we can create the change that is needed. And we're also working towards collaborating with other parties who have their own declarations for women's-based sex rights. Anyway, thank you very much for having us along today to introduce our declaration to you. Thank you.
Yeah, and what do you think's changed things? Like, why has the group formed and this critical mass of gender critical Greens formed?
I think there is some kind of a sea change happening. We're seeing various high profile cases that are changing attitudes, and that perhaps brings those people who are sort of a little bit unsure about where they want to place themselves, brings them a little bit closer to our position, and allows them to speak and think and perhaps act in accordance with where their beliefs are. It's difficult to know. It's a combination of many things, I think, but we just have to keep doing all those things, all of us, all the time, and we will eventually bring sense. It will eventually prevail.